Hello, I'm Jeff Patterson. This is Daniel Tran. This is Stephen Burt. Today we're going to look at some more techniques from the Muay Thai plum and some controls and some counters that we're going to work on. So the first one that we're going to do, if I could borrow Daniel here real quick, a lot of times in the plum we want to work, if you watch the other videos that we put up, on the basic neck control. With this one, because we're trying to make it 50-50, we're trying to drill our counters together and using this just as a training aid, we're going to start where we have what we call a 50-50 grip, and maybe let's go on this side here. Yeah, so from this 50-50 grip, he's got my neck, I've got his neck, he's grabbing over my forearm, and with both of these grips, I can pull and push with my hand and my forearm on the neck side, and I can pull and push with my hand on the forearm on the other side. So we're using these controls. We're still going to be working our duck foot rhythm. We're still going to be playing that pedal, our feet out 45. But this first drill, what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on the cup knee. So we're really circling that knee up and hitting with the inside of the knee. Remember on the last video, we talked about when you're playing with a partner and you're just training to maybe hit a little deeper on the thigh so you can put a little power in it, not injure your partner, not hit with the end of the knee. And then we're going to play this control with our turns. So we're going to be working our duck foot rhythm, knee to knee, I knee, you knee, and then we're going to be working our right and left turns and working those controls. So let's go ahead and watch these guys play that a little bit. And work your turns a little bit. So right now all the turns are not on the counter, but the turns are just kind of the control. All right, time. Now, so the next one we're going to do is a hip in counter. And like I mentioned earlier, when you're just playing for training purposes, a lot of times we'll hit in here, so we're not taking the power of the knee. But for example, if we're here and I throw the knee to him and I hit him here, one of his counters would be he could take that distance away from me. So when this knee comes up, he moves that hip in and kind of cuts off right here on my upper thigh. And now, no matter how hard that leg's coming in, if I just hit him with the meat of my leg, he's not going to feel the power on that. So now we're going to work that 50-50 grip. We're going to be working our turns on the in-between, I knee, you knee, but we're going to be working on that hip in counter. So the hip in counter doesn't need to be on every knee, but just work that out of the rhythm. Go ahead. And you're really trying to get that up high on the thighs, so you're coming in right up in here on the groin. Good. All right. Next one is when the knee comes in, we're in that 50-50 grip. When the knee comes up, if we've got here, I'm going to pull him down. So I've got the arm and I'm going to push with this arm for the momentum and pull him into that knee. So I'm taking his balance out so he doesn't have time to throw that knee. So let's go ahead and work that again. 50-50 grip, work your rhythm and turns, and work the pull towards the knee counter. All right, so the next one we're going to look at, go ahead and just stay there in that 50-50 grip. So on the next one we're going to do is the exact same thing, except for when the knee comes up, they're going to turn them away from the knee and kind of whip them back a little bit. Go ahead and try that. So on that next side hand, when you're pulling to the right, you want to push with that forearm, and that's going to help whip them. So you're pulling on the arm and pushing with the forearm, and then on this side, you're pulling and pushing on the arm. So you're using both hands to try to whip those hips to get the right momentum out of this. The next one we're going to look at is just a basic hip check. So we're going to that 50-50 rhythm, and they throw the knee. And he checks the hip with his hand when he switches back. Do it again. Keep flowing. All right, time. Next one, very simple off of this one. After we check that hip with that hand, we're going to push with that hand and pull with this hand and spin them away from the knee. Go ahead and try that. Away from the knee. There we go, nice. All right, good. Now, the last one we're going to look at is, if you watch the last video, how we were playing all the exchanges for that inside plum control. So what I'm going to have the guys do is just kind of freestyle and go through these different techniques that we played, but they're also going to add in the inside plum grip in your exchanges. And they might do the weave, they might do the over and under, they might do the crossface, whatever they want, but they're going to work these counters off of the inside plum grip, working all the turns and all that. Okay, go ahead and demonstrate for a minute, please. So we got the hip in check. Pull away from the knee. Pull into the knee. So all this stuff starts to come together a little more random, and they're just flowing. All right, guys, thanks. All right, so these are some more plum techniques for you. We're going to keep them coming. We got some more videos in store, working on focusing on the plum game right now, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please like the channel below, and if you have any questions, please leave them below, and we'll try to do our best to get to you. And thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.